Well, I'm here at Burgess Falls State Park in the edge of White County, really close to DeKalb County, and camping here with my family here. It's October, kind of a last-minute camping trip we put together. First time camping at Burgess Falls. We're staying at Whispering Falls RV Park. You've already seen that probably in a couple of photos or videos. Beautiful park, a lot of waterfalls to see, some nice trails, moderate trails. They're not bad, but here, right here below the dam, there's a space here that's special to me. Probably 25 years ago, I came here as God was calling me to preach. I really didn't know that's what he was doing, but it was right here on this very spot Right here, where you see my shadow there, used to be right around in here used to be a concrete picnic table. You know, one of those that has the moss on it and looks like it needs help. I was kind of at the end of my rope in terms of my career, the dealership. I knew God was calling me to do something. I couldn't quite pinpoint what I was doing or what he was doing. I was working at the Toyota dealership in Cookeville, and just the way that business ran, it wasn't the way I was used to doing business. I come here begging God to find me another job. I knew that whatever it was would be short term, that he was calling me perhaps to do something. I still didn't know I was going to be a preacher. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out, but I come here to this spot and I cried out to God. I was so broken that day, 25 years ago. Cried out to God, asking him to give me another job. And about a week later, at the dealership, I got a phone call from someone connected to Ed Rogers in Sparta, and run into someone that said, hey, listen, they're asking about you. They were starting a dealership in McMinnville. They were going to need a service manager, and my name come up, and God opened the door for me to go work for Ed Rogers, and it was a great place to work. And it started, I think, right here with me crying out to God and him just being gracious to me. Well, some years later, when I would have a crossroads moment with needing to hear from God, I would come here to this place. You know, we can pray anywhere. We can certainly pray wherever we're at if we're in Christ Jesus. But every now and then there's some place that I'll come like this that I'm just closer to God. As far as I have some history here. You fast forward some time, I'd been pastoring for years, and I found myself in Gordonsville, and I was at First Baptist, and we were needing to add on. The church had been growing. We had renovated the sanctuary, but the church just took off. They trusted my leadership. They trusted what God was wanting to do. And I was just a cheerleader for that crew. And God used me to help lead them through some transitions. But it was, again, right back here, this place where I come and talk to God about it. And I said, God, are we really going to take off on this project? I kind of had a sense of how big the project might be. And I come here and really got a green light from God to go after it, that this was the time. Within a week of this, I come back, and me and the deacons, we sort of formed a vision committee, and then we began meeting and talking about the future, and then that led to the homework on adding on to the sanctuary at Gordonsville, renovating the old educational building, and then also building the gym for upward basketball. And it's amazing what God did in all of that. But it started kind of right here, where I come and it just needed a green light from God. Are we really going to go after this? And he said, yes, that's what I brought you there to do. But then I asked him another question while we were sitting here, and I said, Lord, can I stay there a long time? I always longed to stay at a church a long time, and sort of the word I got back in my heart was, I'm always in charge of where I send you. And I said, yes. And he said, you'll be there as long as I want you to be there. And I said, yes, sir. And I come back and put my hand to the plow, and we started working on those renovations. But every now and then I come here to this spot, especially when I have a big moment where I need to talk to God about things. So this is Burgess Falls State Park. This is my little spot here where they used to have a concrete picnic table. They've moved it. They've done away with it. I'm kind of sad by that. But it's right here by this dam where this water's coming through the dam. It's beautiful here, and I thank God for this spot. Take care. Listen, that's Living in Liberty with Peewee today. Just a quick word from a spot that is a blessing to me. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Hey, folks, one last word. I was standing there at my spot, got through filming, and a couple walked up from Ohio. Got to telling them my story of how God had opened up doors and different things and how that area was special to me. They got to talking about how they're praying about moving to Tennessee. Got to visit with them, pray with them. It's amazing. We had a God moment right there. And listen, just be open to talking to people about what God's doing in your life. Next thing you know, you make and bless them. It was a great moment. And so I pray with them that God would help them find a home down here. Hey, listen, that's all. Thank you for tuning in to Living in Liberty with Peewee. Take care.